Hi everybody, I'm Paul Cooper. I'm the manager of Totes and Notes, and in this video we're going to cover joint venture agreements, just discuss these briefly and what you can expect from them. So I'm going to go ahead and get the boring part out of the way and kind of read you a definition. A joint venture agreement is an arrangement where two companies or individuals develop a new entity through their mutual benefit. It normally involves a sharing of resources, which could include capital, personal, physical equipment, facilities, or intellectual property such as patents. And the advantages are, allows one company that has expertise to join with someone else that doesn't. It allows a company that has the equipment or personnel or whatever you're needing. It basically allows two groups to come together and they're forming an entity. So what would happen is if you individually wanted to form a joint venture with Totes of Notes, it would be John Smith's forming a joint venture with Totes and Notes, and that's the new entity. The joint venture is the entity. So all the assets, all the documents that are done for that joint venture would now be done in that joint venture entity's name. So it is its own standalone entity. And basically, the way that we start a joint venture agreement as far as discussing the outline is we just have a real easy conversation. Part of that questionnaire that we discussed earlier is a good part of it, because we're going to discuss what you want and what we can get from the joint venture and what the investment's going to be. So now there are a couple things that are always going to be in the joint venture if you joint venture with us. No matter who all's involved in it, I'm going to be the manager of the joint venture group. I'm the manager for Totes and Notes, so I'll be the manager of the joint venture. I will also have voting rights. We each get voting rights, but it comes down to a split decision. Then I will be casting the split vote on what we're going to do with that investment. Another part of the joint venture that will always be in there is going into it, your money's going to be tied up for 12 to 18 months on average. So if you need to get your money back early before that, there will be an early withdrawal penalty of 25%. And that's for the first 12 months. So if you need your money before 12 months is up, it's a no questions asked 25% penalty, and you have to give me 90 days to finance you out. After 12 months, if you would like to exit the position, you may, and it will be without a penalty. After 12 months, you still have to give me 90 days, but that's really the big thing there is we want you to stay in the investment for the full term so we can all get paid, and it helps with getting the investments done quickly and efficiently. So what happens next in the joint venture is there's going to be a big clause that protects you, and you're going to love it. You get your investment back first, always. Let me repeat that, always. Now, you're not guaranteed to get any money back. You could lose all of your investment, but whatever money is left over goes to you first to recoup your initial investment. So if you initially invested $25,000 and when it's all said and done, we get out of the position, there's $30,000. You're getting your $25,000 first, and then any profits after that will be split accordingly, whether it's percentages or payments or things like that. But you will always get your investment back first before we calculate anything else. So let's say we ended up losing money. Your initial $20,000 is now just $10,000. Well, you're getting your $10,000. And then the next part would be customizing it. What do you want? Are you looking for payments on a quarterly basis, semi-annually? Do you just want to get paid at the end? Are there certain percentages you're looking for? Is there certain risk or lack of risk that you're looking for? And we just discussed that, and that's how we'll form the agreement. And again, this is very easy. It's not a super complicated document. It ends up being a little over 10 pages, and I'm not inflexible. You definitely have your attorney look at it. And if they have anything that they'd like to change, add, or amend, it's not a big deal for us to do that. It's not set in stone. So each one that you do will be custom tailored to that specific situation. Now, if you end up doing a bunch of deals with us, they may end up being fairly similar most of the time if that's what you want. But each one will be slightly different, and each note that you get into will have its own JV agreement.